Good morning, everyone. I wanted to make this video about anxiety, and I wanted to make it for others or for people that are going through it, or even more importantly, actually, I reckon, if you know someone, a loved one, a partner, a brother or sister that suffers anxiety or something, what I'm going through right now, I really think might be able to give you some perspective on how to help them, what to say and what not to say and stuff like that. I haven't been diagnosed with anxiety or anything like that. So, of course, there are different types of anxieties. There's no real way of diagnosing it, is there? You just have to kind of believe the person and see what they're going through. But I really wanted to share this while I'm going through it. I have one more week of my diet. Literally this time next week, the weight will be over and I'll be weighed in for my comp. So I really wanted to share this while I'm going through it, because what often happens with me is I'll wait until I've got the perfect way to say something. I'll wait until I've got the perfect post or the perfect things. And then, by the time I start eating again after this diet, these feelings are going to go away. And then I'll think, oh, well, I just won't share it. And then I miss out on sharing my experiences, which I know can help people. So that's the point of this video. And I haven't really given much thought of how to get into it. Let me think here. So the main crux of this, guys, is I've been having what I would call anxiety, what I think anxiety is. I've been having anxiety attacks, borderline panic attacks. Have I had? Yeah. Some insomnia. Yeah. And all these things are accompanied by quite negative thoughts. About 2 weeks ago, I couldn't sleep one night and I couldn't stop thinking about death. I've never feared death before or thought about death, but just these ruminating thoughts on death. And that was accompanied by insomnia, and my heart rate was up, digestion was down, typical anxiety stuff. What I'm trying to suggest here is the negative thoughts weren't causing the anxiety. The anxiety, the feelings in my body, the negative feelings, were causing the negative thoughts. So I've been really calm. I felt so calm for a few years. I've really eaten a pro-metabolic diet and have felt the effects of the calmness, positivity. Literally sometimes makes you feel like you're walking taller, just all these great things with food, sunlight, and love. Now I've been dieting for quite a few months, and this is the lightest I've ever been in my this is the lightest I've been in about 10 years, not ever. I was lighter when I was doing CrossFit and a paleo diet, so a really low carb diet. What I'm experiencing now is when I go to sleep sometimes, my heart rate will be up and I'll feel really uncomfortable, sometimes tingly. Short of breath is a huge one. And nothing's been on my mind. It can come totally out of nowhere. Scrolling my phone. The other day it happened, I was just waiting for an ad to end on my phone. It's happened, what was I watching another time? I was watching a footy show on my phone while making some eggs, kicked in. Anyway, it's happened at random times. And then what will happen is within 10, 20, 30 minutes, I'll have some negative thoughts. What if this? What if that? And what I'm trying to say is, if you know someone with anxiety, what I've learned for me, it makes sense that my heart rate is going up a little. It makes sense that my breathing becomes shallow because my body is in survival mode. It's in fight or flight. I'm not eating enough. Most of the time it's fats, but just overall calories for my body, and fats in particular. And when your body isn't getting enough of something, this is the main part of the video, guys. When your body or your partner's body or someone's body isn't getting enough of something, the body will create it. The body will go to its reserves and create the thing. And that comes at a cost. If you're eating low carb, your body will break down its own muscle tissue or protein, your own tissue, which can come from muscle, bone, liver. It breaks down its own body to make some sugar, okay? To do that, or alongside that, your body raises its cortisol, adrenaline, glucagon. It raises these stress hormones. And I think it does that to give us a negative feeling, to say, hey, I'm doing something because you're not giving me enough. The shit feeling is there so that you change something, if you can. If you're in a state of stress and survival, then this feeling will continue. And that's what I'm going through. I'm still not giving my body enough on purpose, not enough calories. In particular, I lowered my fats a little bit too much. I've learned for what worked when I was 12% body fat might be different when I'm 9% body fat. And now a low fat diet does not feel good, whereas it did before. Anyway, so my body is not getting something. It hasn't been getting the same amount of sun. It hasn't been getting the same amount of love and hobbies as normal. Both Bailey and I have been a lot busier. There's just a lot of things at the moment where my body is just in a down-regulated state, and it will do what it can to take care of itself. If I'm not giving it what it needs, it will do. It's so clever. The body is so amazing. It will do what it needs to do to keep going. But that comes at a cost. Low carb, low fat, low calorie, all comes at a cost. You can do these things for a day or two and it matters not. But chronically or long term, the body will go into survival mode, and that's this. It's tense muscles, which means tense digestive muscles too, so you're not digesting things, which means the food isn't getting through. If the food isn't getting through to the cells, you're not creating the sugar or utilizing the sugar, that is stressful for the body. The stress hormones go up, heart rate, breathing, if it's long term, and then the negative thoughts come in. For me, guys, I haven't been able to park my negative thoughts. Normally when I go to bed, if I'm stressed about something, what I have to do tomorrow, I have to remember to bring that thing to work. Oh, I've got a full day, how am I going to fit my meals in? I don't use a microwave, so I'm going to have this meal here. What I normally can do, honestly, when I go to bed, is just say, I'll get up 10 minutes earlier, or I've got that time in the morning to figure this out, and I'll always sort it out. I will figure that out in the morning. And I can literally park it to the side and then go to sleep straight away, sleep the whole night through. Things are great. Lately, that is not the case. I am ruminating at night and cannot put these thoughts to the side. I don't think, we call that mental health. We might say my mental health has declined, and that's fine to say that. The way I'm looking at it, what I'm suggesting that you look at it if you're going through this, it's not necessarily mental health. My brain is being affected by the stress hormones within me. How do I lower the stress hormones? I hope that makes sense. Getting quite passionate about it because I just know that I'm onto something. I know that I'm not going to have these mental health things once I get back on adequate amounts of food for me, and I can't wait. And what I'm suggesting is a lot of these anxiety, not everyone's, I'm not saying everyone fits into this bracket, but if you've been under eating for quite a while, which isn't most people, most people's problem is our diets. I'm not going to go too much into this. Most people's problems are the type of fats that we eat and the processed food that we eat block the cell's ability to utilize and process sugar. So even if you're having 3,000 calories a day, if the sugar's not getting through to the cell and being utilized, you're in starvation mode. Even no matter how much food you're eating, if the food's not being utilized due to digestion or the cells not accepting sugar, diabetes, you're in starvation mode no matter how much you're eating. Now, if most people's food that we eat, if they're not eating a pro-metabolic diet, that's going to lead to stress hormones being raised to either create sugar or create energy. And now you're having negative thoughts. Now you're ruminating. Now you're doubting yourself. When I walk the streets at the moment, like it's hard for me to walk upright. Like I feel like my body wants to conserve energy and have me slouch. I don't feel like having great conversations all the time. I haven't been laughing as much. My persona has literally changed the last month since I've pushed this diet down. It's not super low calories. I'm on 2,300 calories. It's still quite a lot, but the fats are low and it's creating me weight loss, and weight loss is a starvation method, and I've been doing it since October. Anyway, my point is, talking about things is great. Talk therapy, psychology, totally worthwhile, totally fantastic. It gets a little bit of the thoughts out of the mind. It makes things real in a good way. Like, here's what I'm going through. Fantastic. Never going to say that it's terrible, but it's not the answer for a lot of people, because it's not the problem that's in your mind that's creating the anxiety. The anxiety that you're feeling or the stress that you're feeling, your body tries to make sense of it. If your body's in danger, it is going to try and make sense of that danger. And if you start thinking, I'm scared of death, which is what my mind did, I don't know why, then you start thinking, I have a fear of death and it's making me stressed. But it was the other way around. The stress hormones are there and I need to lower them. I know how to lower them. If you need help, please reach out. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. So if you know, the point was, if you know someone going through it, please talk to them. If they say they're anxious, or you know someone on anxiety, I'm not going to get into medication and stuff in this one because it's not my place to say that kind of thing. But that person is out of balance. That person doesn't have enough energy. Every disease, aside from cancer, I believe, is a lack of energy. The body has a lack of energy. Most of our energy comes from food. So an easy fix to start down regulating is food. It means stop eating the things that down regulate metabolism and stop the cells from accepting sugar and utilizing sugar. Start having more of the sugar, as much as your body can tolerate at that time. It's about outside time, it's about hobbies, slowly doing things, not the point of the video. I'm not worried about my mental health right now, because in 1 week, I'll be up in Queensland, eating, drinking, the diet's over. And even when, this morning I've been going through it a little bit, very mildly, but heart rate up, a little bit of worry, just a little bit of like uncomfortableness, discomfort. And I'm like, it's okay. I ate, I'm at an equal low body weight today, or 100 grams up from my lowest body weight. So I pushed pretty hard yesterday. I'm not eating a lot. I've gone and have some sugar in my tea. I've had some fats from some macadamia nuts just to try and give my body something and just remind myself, hey, this is temporary. I'm in control. If this gets too uncomfortable, I can end it right now, but I've got this for 1 more week. It's going to be worth it. And I'll probably never go through this again, but I'm grateful to be going through it because it's given me this perspective. And the main point, I've gone too long. The main point, guys, talk therapy is great. Talking about your problems is fantastic. I'm suggesting that perhaps the stress hormones are there due to your lifestyle or our lifestyle. You're out of balance. Your body's not accepting that you're either eating the wrong food, you're not outside enough, you're not doing things you love, and the negative thoughts that are in your mind, don't try fix them. They will get fixed. They're not the problem. That's the main point of this video. Your body is out of balance. We'll bring it back into balance and you'll start feeling more positive. I don't know how long it will take, different for everyone. I really wanted to share this while I'm going through it. Glad I did it. I'm gonna go have a hot chocolate in the sun. Message me if you need, guys. I love chatting about this stuff if I can help in any way. Surely I'm going through this for a reason, yeah? All right, catch ya.